बोला मैंने डेटशीट उसको फॉरवर्ड किया है, एक बार अच्छे से देख लेगा ध्यान से, अगर ठीक लग रही है तो भेज देना, नहीं तो मेरे से डिस्कस करते हैं। अंकुश यार अभिषेक को बोलना ये 96 कहाँ का आईडी है, नेपाल का?
+966 है।
+96 उसी में है ना, इस पे ऑनलाइन क्लास फिक्स मैसेज
इसमें नहीं होगा सर।
हाँ
मेरा इसमें मिला लो।
अरे अभिषेक को पूछना
बस
ये कौन है?
And also I can
अभिषेक सर को तो पता नहीं है। अभिषेक सर को नहीं पता।
ये कहा है यार,
बट मैंने सर्च करा, ये है सऊदी अरब का शाह जाफर
NH18
24।
24
ये कुछ ये है
यार ये NH18 कौन है? NH18
NH18 24 कहाँ का है? NH18 कोई नहीं ज्वाइन की इसको।
बच्चे को लगा होगा ना कि कोई आईडी ऐसे बनाना होता है ना,
हेलो 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 सर, ये है सऊदी अरब का नंबर, शाह जाफर।
किसने कर दिया?
ये वो नहीं था शोभित, याद है आपको?
हाँ।
उसका भी ऐसा ही है +966, वो सऊदी अरब में वहाँ काम करता था।
ये ऐसे कैसे कोई ज्वाइन भी कर सकता है व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में? तो लिंक ही भेजा था बच्चों को।
ये किसने लेफ्ट किया?
सऊदी अरब में
पूछना चाहना किसी एक से,
शाह जाफर,
किसी एक से फोन करके पूछना।
NH सर HP होगा, गलती से लिखी है उसने NH।
नहीं उसने कहीं कुछ लिखा है 3/4 आगे 20 ऐसे करके लिखा है NH18 ऐसे कैसे करके लिखा है?
साहिल एक ना जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है हमारा फीचर्स वाला जिसमें हम लिंक भेजते हैं, उसमें एक बच्चे ने भी लेफ्ट किया है, जरा पता करिए कौन किसका नंबर है।
Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
स्क्रीन दिख रहा है, आवाज आ रही है? दो चीजें हमने शुरू में चेक करते हैं।
Yes, sir.
Sir,
एक मैंने व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज कर दिया था आपको, आपने देख लिया होगा। द नोट्स जो हमने पैटर्न डिजाइन के कर रहे थे वो आपको फॉरवर्ड कर दिए। So today we shall be starting with a new topic. The topic is already written on this slide. You can read it. What is it?
Column base.
Column basis. S को खा गए आप?
Sorry, sir. Basis, sir.
अभी इंटरव्यू का सेशन कई लोगों ने अटेंड किया था। छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे कई बार ध्यान देना होता है। दिल्ली, न्यू दिल्ली, बड़ा अंतर है इसमें। Anyhow, so we'll be starting at 11:05 with the new topic, that is column basis. As usual, you just keep your books, notebooks, IS code open. सौरभ कुमार, मेरी आवाज सुन रहे हो तो स्टेज के आगे आ जाएं। सौरभ कुमार कौन है? अदरवाइज विद इन 2-3 मिनट्स मैं आपको रिमूव कर दूंगा। एनीवन कैन रिस्पॉन्ड। लाइक सौरभ कुमार कौन सी कॉलेज में? हिमाचल में तो नहीं है। हेलो सौरभ कुमार,
यस सर।
आप हैं?
यस सर।
आपने आईडी नहीं लिखा अपना?
सर वो रीनेम कर दिया सर मैंने अभी।
ओके गुड।
ओके थैंक यू सर।
इतना रिस्पॉन्स देने में टाइम क्यों लग रहा है? 2-3 काम पैदल चल रहे हैं।
सर वो नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है सर।
अभी तो आ रही है आवाज। एनीहाउ, ठीक ठाक। It's 11:04. We shall be starting with the new topic, that is column base. Anybody who can make 2 or 3 statements on this? What is column base? It's a general term. Even if you try to read it as the English word, you can get the meaning. Base, column का base, right? Column का base कहाँ पे आता है?
फुटिंग सर, इसमें जो
Right. It's a column footing. This is the word which we use in steel structures. Generally, we do not say foundation or footing, the word that we have been using in concrete, but when it comes to steel, this is a different nomenclature, but the meaning is same. The purpose is same, that whatever the load of the building is, it has to be transferred to the soil below. जमीन के ऊपर वो उसका लोड ट्रांसफर करना है, तो ट्रांसफर करने के बीच में जो ऊपर का स्ट्रक्चर है, whatever that structure is, it could be beams, columns, some different members. The load of the whole building has to be transferred to the foundation. And the foundation in steel structure, we name it as column base, because all the load has to be transferred through columns, and the column has to have certain nomenclature. So we shall be discussing some basic things, and if the time allows, we shall be moving to the design and the basic formulas that we can discuss. Right. So right now we are having 53, 54, 53 students. Shall we start? Okay. So we'll keep on allowing the students as and when they join. There was one student who was trying to enter in the name of NH18. If it was someone from your side, you can just let me know. But if it is some student or maybe some person from outside, so I have already removed him. NH18, right? Let's start with the design of steel structure के spelling गलत है. Design of steel structures.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, इसको ठीक कर लें. मैं इसको अभी, क्योंकि ये PDF फाइल है, मैं बाद में कर लूँगा. So the topic is column basis. The column basis is basically, I'll be showing it in the next slide. But so whatever the load the building has, for example, this is the shed, right? This is the truss, and the columns are there, right? The bracing is there, battening is there, some cross members are there, right? So like this. So the whole load has to be transferred to the ground. So whatever the load is coming on the ground, it has to be transferred to the soil. The hash line, this is the symbol. जो diploma के लिए उनको शायद याद होगा, this is the symbol that we use. 2 lines, 3 lines. This is the ground level, right? This is soil. So this load has to be transferred to the soil. So whatever the structure is that is coming in between, that we term it as the foundation, footing, and the नाम जो इसमें दिया हुआ हमने, that is column base, right? Column base. Bases हम plural में use करें क्योंकि steel structure में primarily we use this word bases, right? So there are primarily two basic. इसमें कोई explanation की जरूरत नहीं है. The load transfer जो top से आ रहा है building का structure का, उसको नीचे transfer करने के बीच में जो member आ रहा है, that is column bases, right? You know that the whole structure is made up of steel, and there is no mechanism. जैसे for example RCC में होता है कि RCC में you start the foundation, casting the foundation, then you keep on extending it, right? यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि you prepare the foundation, and then you have to extend up to ground floor, then first floor, then second floor, by joining the different members with the help of welding, some like connections. It could be welding, it could be bolting, or it could be riveting as well, right? So this load transfer mechanism and the member through which the load is transferred actually is called column base. And there are two types of column bases that we design. एक चीज मैं आपको और क्लियर कर दूं, as far as the syllabus is concerned, let me show you the syllabus, because this is the last chapter in your syllabus. So I'm skipping these two portions in between, because right now you are entering into the ST2 examination. So that is a little typical, and this one is very easy to understand. So that's why I'm shifting, and also it is related to the compression members. So we are dealing with the compression members. So that's why I thought that कि हम इसको कर लेंगे तो आपके लिए समझना भी easy रहेगा, और आपको if I show you the course handout, this one is the course handout, and if you look at this last one, the column base, right? So this topic we are trying to cover, and let's see if we are able to move little bit ahead as far as the syllabus is concerned. So ये बीच के जो तो topic रह जाएंगे, ये हम ST2 के बाद में करेंगे. That is design of beams. This is bit lengthy, and then gantry girder is not that lengthy. So these two topics will be doing after ST2, right? So ये अभी शुरू करना है मैं बीच में, क्योंकि आपके पास 3-4 दिन है. Then you will be entering into the Dashara, then the ST2. So that's why I decided that we shall be shifting to column bases now. Right. So let us move. Column bases, right? So column bases, if you look at this diagram, you can very clearly identify different members. you can very clearly perceive the things. This is the bottommost part of any steel structure, right? This one is column, right? You have to be very clear with the diagram as well, and कि इसको top से देखेंगे तो कैसे दिखेगा, bottom से देखेंगे तो कैसे दिखेगा. And this one is the flange. ये आपको clear है. This one is web, right, of the column. And column के साथ में ऊपर एक member लगा हुआ है. If I shade this one, दोनों side पे. This one is plate, right? And this is generally cover plate. When we design the member, design the column base, this cover plate may or may not be there depending upon the load that has to be transferred to the base, right? And of course the load is coming in this direction. This cover plate and this the figure which you are seeing right now, it has been prepared with the help of bolts, right? And there are additional members. First of all, this is column, prime member, cover plate, right? And third one is cleat angle. Cleat angle is of two types. The one which is connected to the flange, this one, this is flange, named as flange cleat angle, and the one which is connected with the web, this is web cleat angle, right? It's very easy to understand. So I hope that this is clear. And you can see this one. There are 4 bolts here. I can okay. There are 4 bolts here. This is the third one, and the fourth one is on the other, like the other corner, right? So this bolt and the plate, which I am marking right now, this one, this blue one, and this is base plate, right? If you draw the figure in this base plate, now you can identify the members, this column, this cover plate, then cleat angles. Cleat angles are of 2 types. I can mention the word column, different members of the column base. This will be already designed. जो हमने डिजाइन करना है वो उसके ऊपर अभी आएंगे. But first identify the different members. Then is cover plate. The next is cleat angle. Cleat angle is of 2 types. One is flange, which is attached with the flange, and another one is web cleat angle, right? And it is provided on the both side. जैसे ये cleat angle आपको दिख रहा है front पे, this one, इसके पीछे वाली side पे भी ऐसे ही लगा, right? In the next slide, I'll be drawing the top view that will make the things very clear. And next member is just a minute. The next member is base plate. Base plate जिसके ऊपर आके कॉलम ने रेस्ट करना है. कॉलम के नीचे बेस प्लेट लगे हैं. Remember, whenever we provide any steel member connection with the concrete, we have to have this plate in between, right? This is general criteria. So this one is the base plate, right? And then the bottommost part of the column foundation is concrete. This one is concrete base, or sometimes we call it as pedestal, right? So these are the main members of any column base, right? These are the main members of any column base, and the column bases are classified primarily in 2 categories. The one that you are looking at right now is called slab base type. I'm writing it on the left hand side. This is slab base type. Slab base type means the plate which is at the bottom. There are plane cleat angles connected with flange and the web. And the picture that you are looking at is of slab base type. And you will be able to differentiate between the other type when you look at the other diagram. And एक चीज इसमें रहेगी, that is the foundation bolt. Foundation bolt. So these are provided at the four corners that joins the. अब देखिए ध्यान से. The column is joined with the base plate with the help of cleat angles, flange and web angles, and cleat angle is further connected with the base plate. एंगल के दो हिस्से हैं, एक हिस्सा कॉलम के साथ लगा हुआ है और दूसरा हिस्सा जो बेस प्लेट के साथ लगा हुआ है. तो बेस प्लेट जो है वो कंक्रीट के साथ, अगर आप लाइक दिस इज इंसर्टेड इनटू द कंक्रीट. दीज आर द foundation bolts. We call it anchor bolt. Sometimes we call it as foundation bolt, and many times we call it as anchor bolt. Anchor का मतलब होता है पकड़ना. स्टील प्लेट को कॉलम के साथ, बेस प्लेट को कंक्रीट के साथ जो जोड़ रहा है, that is anchor plate, right? And also written on the right side, it's rag bolt. Rag bolt is type of foundation bolt. There are different types of foundation bolt. जिन्होंने डिप्लोमा में ड्राइंग की हुई है, फाउंडेशन ड्राइंग, they might be aware of this, that there are different types of bolts, right? It can be like this, inserted into the concrete. It can be like this, inserted into the concrete, right? Or it can be simple bolt inserted into. But उसकी डिटेल में हमने नहीं जाना because we are not into that. So anyhow, but these are the anchor bolts. I'm sure that all of you are clear with the diagram. Right now, if you see the top view, let me go to the another type of slab base. First is that we have done, this is slab base, and second type is gusset base. Column basis, number one is slab base type. जो भी हमने डायग्राम देखा है, that second is gusset gusseted base. Gusset plate आपने पहले भी सुना होगा. When we are providing the connection with the help of a gusset plate. Now gusset plate कहाँ पे provide करनी है? This will be clear in the next diagram. So this is first diagram. If the question is there that draw a neat and clean diagram of slab base type, labeling all the main components, then you have to draw this type of diagram, right? And you have to be very, very clear. If I asked you to write, draw the front and top view, right? The front and top view, if I have to draw of this diagram, let me open the blank sheet. I'll be drawing it. अभी इसी कॉलम का एक टॉप व्यू और फ्रंट व्यू ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश करेंगे, राइट? दिस इज द कॉलम. Let me reduce the thickness of the pen. Okay. This is column. This is thickness of the flange of the column, right? And column is ending here. And top का व्यू हम नहीं बना, टॉप से कहाँ से आ रहा है वो उसको हम कट लाइन शो करेंगे. Then below the column is what? The base plate, right? And this base plate is connected with the column with angles. These are the angles. Sorry, एक मेंबर इसके बीच में और एडिशनल था, that was the cover plate. This is thickness of the flange of the column. Then there was cover plate. Let me draw in different color. This is cover plate provided on the both sides, right? Then there was angle connected with the base plate and the cover plate of the column, right? This is flange cleat angle. Then there was an angle connected with the web of the column as well, right? Then below this is base plate, and then below the base plate is the foundation. Below the base plate is the concrete foundation. The concrete की dimensions नहीं है, then we draw it as cut line. And then there is anchor bolt. This is anchor bolt. And if you draw the top view, is this. This is column. Then the cover plate. Then is the angle. An angle, flange angle, and the thickness of the angle. This is thickness of the angle. Then this is joined with the help of bolts. तो bolts तो जहाँ पे भी लगे. This one is concrete. Stylus के साथ draw कर रहा हूँ. That's why the lines are not that straight, but you can easily understand, right? So this is top view, and this one is front. All the label diagrams, all the components are clear out of this. And then moving on to the second type, and this is the gusted slab. Gusted column base, right? If you see this diagram, there's a difference. This one is column, it's the same, right? Instead of providing the cover plate, there's one plate here which is gusted plate, and this gusted plate, if you see, is starting from here and then tapering to the edge of the foundation, and the angle which is provided with the gusset, now the length of the column is extended till the full width of the column, full width of the base plate. पूरी width में ये column जो है angle है वो लगा है. That's the only difference. So this is the gusted base provided on the both the side, a gusted plate, and then the length of the cleat angle. It has length of flange cleat angle has increased. Now compare the two diagrams, right? You should compare this diagram. यहाँ पे if I draw the gusset plate here as it is, it will be looking like this, right? यहाँ पे गस्टेड प्लेट जो है ऐसे लगी, right? Then the angle is there. So that's how there is a difference between these two. This gusset base, and the rest of the components remain the same. Only changes that there is gusset base, gusset plate provided on the flange side. Then this is a cleat angle. This is a gusset cleat angle, flange of the column, web of the column. Then this is base plate. And these are the anchor bolts, same, right? So these are the two types. So, and the general criteria is that gusted base is gusted type column base is provided when the load is comparatively higher. Right. So these are the two types. One is slab and second is gusted. And you can draw the top view and the bottom view. जब इसको करेंगे then it will be more clear to you. अगर हम इसका top view और bottom view बनाए तो let me go to this. This is column. Right. This is concrete base. Then this one becomes your gusset plate. Right. Then the angle. Angle extends to the full width. This is thickness of the angle. Then these are the bolts. Then the web cleat angle, that's the same that we had done before. Right. Then the anchor bolts here. Then the concrete slab. Right. So this is the top view. The front view is already clear in this diagram, which I had shown you in the pictorial format. Right. So now this is the slide which already I have drawn here. I'll be shifting to one video here. That is NPTEL video. Just listen to that carefully. But before that, look at, just make the diagram very clear in your mind. Then we shall be discussing some of the design criteria through this video. Right? I'll be switching over to this.
The main function of the column base, as I told, is to transfer the goods to be joined to the column through cleat angle. Right. And design of column base plates requires concentration of bearing pressure on the supporting.
सर वीडियो शो नहीं हो रही सर.
If, for example, in this
Video
case,
show नहीं हो रहा है?
I section
तो डायग्राम वाली विंडो शो हो रही है सर अभी भी.
load from the superstructure, say it may transfer load, concentric load.
अभी हो रहा
So
है?
it may
यस सर.
means it may transfer some moment as well, and then we provide a base plate of steel material. So this is called base plate, and this base plate is connected with the column with cleat angle. Okay. So if it is concentrically loaded, then the minimum number of cleat angles are provided. Minimum number of bolts are provided to connect the cleat angle with the column. Otherwise, we have to design. And here we provide anchor bolts. Okay. Now, after below the base plate, the load is again spread to the concrete base. This is called concrete pedestal. So load coming from base plate is again transferred to the concrete pedestal. This is concrete pedestal. Right. So different grade of concrete may be used depending on the magnitude of load and requirement of the thickness and dimension, requirement of the dimension of the block and dimension of the plate. So this is, we can say, this is front view. In front view of the slab base, if you see, it will look like this. Anchor bolt will be provided to connect the base plate with the concrete pedestal. This is called anchor bolt. So anchor bolts also will be designed as per the requirement. And if we see the same in top view, it will look like this. So this is called width of the pedestal, and this is the length of the pedestal, right? And if we see the plan of the base plate will be like this. So this is base plate, and this is width of the base plate, and this is length of the base plate, right? Then the column is provided. So for example, these I-section columns, its top view will be looking like this, and column is connected with the cleat angle, right? So we can provide nominal number of cleat angle and bolt which will connect the cleat angle with the column, right? So this is column, and this is top view. So this is the top view of the slab base and slab base system, and this is the front view of the slab base system. So what we need to design is, one is what will be the size of the base plate, that means length, width and thickness.
जब हम लोग डिज़ाइन करेंगे तो what are the things that we need to design, right? The column which is coming, is transferring the load to the foundation, that shall be already given to you. The load shall be given to you, and the things that we are to design is the size of the base plate, size of the concrete base, if it is provided that the load of the building or the structure which is coming over that, size of the concrete base, size of the steel plate or the base plate, the number of bolts, the size of the cleat angles, number of angles, these things are we need to design, right? When it is coming to the size of the base plate, that is the main design कि किस size की base plate इसमें रखनी है, उसकी length कितनी है, उसकी width कितनी है, and उसकी thickness कितनी है, right? ये तीन चीजें हमने main design करनी है. So that is
thickness,
the process.
right? So length of the base plate we have to know, and that can be found, length and width can be found from the grade of concrete, means how much area we need to have of the base plate, so that the area can be transferred to the concrete pedestal without any failure. Means sufficiently it should have, so that the load is transferred from column to the concrete pedestal. Again, the dimension of the concrete pedestal depends on the soil property. So we need to know the bearing pressure of the soil. So according to that, we have to find out what will be the length and width of the concrete pedestal required.
Because the whole load is to be transferred to the soil, and if we need to design the concrete base, we need to have the bearing capacity कि soil की bearing capacity कितनी है, soil कितना load ले पा रही है, right? ये अगर चीज this will be calculated based upon the simple process, that is load upon area, and of course with certain factor. So those formulas shall be dictated to you later on, but just as of now, that the whole load has to be transferred to the soil, depending upon the bearing capacity of the soil we designed it.
So that the load is distributed and transferred to the soil properly. Right. So this is how the system are made, and in this way we have to design the base plate due to this.
There are few students who actually joined then left. Right now I'm having only 56 students. 31 students are absent today. We have 87 students of both the branches, both the campuses. 57 students are present and 30 students are absent. So take care, because we are monitoring it. Coming back to the subject. So continue with the video.
Concentric load and moment. And this moment, we can see that because of this uniform pressure from the concrete to the base plate, so here also uniform pressure will come from the concrete to the base plate because of the concentric load. So the maximum bending moment will be occurring at the face of the at the edge of the column. So at the edge, maximum bending moment will occur. So we need to know what will be the projection in both the direction. So in plan we can see the projection from this direction, it is, so we can say B.
I'm repeating this step and
this
shifting to the plane sheet, right? So that will make it very clear that how do we plan and how do we take the moment effect while it when it comes to design of the base plate, right? So I'm moving to the blank sheet. This is the sheet here. If you look at the diagram, the column is coming like this. I'm just making it simple here. I will not be drawing all the components. The column is coming here, right? Below the column is the base plate, right? So the critical section, load is coming like this. This is the moment, and this is the force which is coming directly onto the column. And the base plate, जब इस column को आएगा, this column has the tendency to topple like this or topple like this. And the line I'm drawing it in red color is the critical section. This one, right? And we have to design, because the soil pressure is coming under like this. That is the direction of the soil, and we are to see what is this dimension, right? This dimension is A or B. If you look at the plan is this. Column बीच में is like this. Let me draw it in the center. The column is like this, right? If you look at this diagram on the left hand side, this is the dimension we should be designing, right? And in the same, at the same, like in the another direction, and this is the column, and dimension projecting beyond the column size. So this is A, in one direction and B in another direction, right? So this dimension has to be calculated, and this is the pressure which is coming from the uh, soil reaction or the soil pressure, that is W kilonewton or Newton per unit length, right? जैसे हम करते थे ना शुरू में, आपने सौ में किया होगा, that this is the soil pressure which is coming, like this is W per meter length and this is L, right? So this same process we apply here, and we shall be calculating this A and also calculating B, because in another direction, if this is column, so the soil pressure will be like this, and this dimension is B, right? So this is W, this is W. तो इसको explain कर रहे हैं professor. Listen to it, right? So this A and this B we are concerned about. So shifting to the video.
To transfer the load from column to foundation. Right. This is complete. Means how much due to the in plan we can see
Yes,
that we have to find out its influence, so that we can find out the thickness of the plate around it. So to find out will be, sorry, this end will be say A. Okay. So A and B are the projection in both the axes, and because of this projection, the bending stress will develop, bending moment is created, and we have to calculate the bending stress, and then
Hello.
we have to find out its influence, so that we can find out the thickness of the and this is B. So bending moment, maximum bending moment along x-axis will be maximum bending moment along x-axis. We can consider the W. W is the length.
Can somebody tell me what is the maximum bending moment of a simply supported beam? This is the beam, this is the load, right? This length is A, and this load is there. This is W, right? What is the maximum bending moment? कौन बताएगा?
WL square by 12.
WL square by, somebody correct it. What is L? L is A here, right? So I will be writing A. W square by
8.
8, right? This is simply supported beam. Right? So he'll be using this criteria here. WL square by 12 is in case of fixed beam, right? So I'll be shifting to the video again. Just watch it.
Means sorry, W is the unit pressure from the concrete. Okay, W. So bending moment we can find out W into per unit length, we can find out W into 1 into A into A by 2.
एक चीज और इसमें आप देखें
So W square by 2 along
what is the bending moment in case of a cantilever, because this one is acting as a cantilever, right? If you look at this diagram, this one, this portion is fixed here, and this beam is a kind of cantilever, and this is the load, right? And this length is A. So the bending moment at this end will be
W square by 2 sir.
WL square by 2.
This WL into L by 2. This is WL square by 2. So this is the same he is explaining now.
X axis. So if you consider this is X and this is Y. So along X axis we can consider
Now taking later on, this is X and this is Y.
bending moment is coming. Sorry. This is A, so W square along X axis you can consider this, along Y axis you can consider. So W square by 2, and in the other direction you can consider, say, M dash is equal to W into 1 into B into B by 2. So W B square by 2. So
he's applying
maximum
the same
bending
process in
at
two
this
directions.
point, at this point, about two directions I can find out. So the effective moment we can find out in one direction, that will be, so effective moment I can find out as W square by 2 minus mu into W square by 2, where mu is the Poisson ratio.
This is the standard formula which you might have discussed in previous like classes. So effective bending moment, when we are considering the moment in two directions, one is in X and another one is in perpendicular direction. So we are considering WA square by 2, and in Y direction it is WB B square by 2. So when we are to get the net effect, we use the Poisson's ratio. And Poisson's ratio is mu. So this is something you need to remember. Maybe you have studied in one of the previous
And
subjects.
for steel, we can consider mu as 0.3. So I can consider W by 2 into A square minus 0.3 B square. So
He's taking mu as 0.3 in case of concrete, right? Because the moment is to be transferred to the concrete.
maximum effective bending moment can be found as W by 2 into A square minus 0.3 B square, where A is the longer projection and B is the shorter projection. Okay. Now the moment capacity of the plate I can find out. Say plastic moment capacity MP will be 1.2 Fy into JD. Right.
Abhi, this portion you need not to remember. I'll be forwarding the video because there is net result of the whole derivation, which you do not need to remember because the same formula is given in the code. So just try to listen. This is based on the plastic analysis, which you have not covered, and you need not to cover actually. So at the end of this slide,
JD is the elastic section modulus of the base plate. So we can find out 0.3. So from this I can find
I'm
out
just forwarding the video. This is the end result which he has worked out based upon the plastic analysis, right? So this is the T. T is the thickness of the base plate. T is the thickness of the base plate. So I request you to open the IS code, and this formula is given in that code, right? Page number, let me see. This IS, yeah, 7. Now you can have a look at this formula. This one. Right. That is the thickness of the base plate. This is under the square root 2.5 W within bracket A square minus 0.3 B square This is the same relation which he has derived now. That is gamma MO divided by Fy, right? And go to the video, and this is the same relation he has derived, right? And do not need to derive it, and we do not need to derive it because it is given directly in the code, right? So using this formula, we shall be proceeding with the rest of the design.
From the pressure, requirement of pressure means what is that load, total load. From that I can find out what is the bearing pressure of the concrete. Also we can find out, so load divided by bearing pressure is equal to area. So from that I can find out the length and width, and also I can find out the thickness from this. So this is how we can find out the dimension of the base plate. Right. Now we will find out some certain steps. We'll see what are the steps required to design a base plate.
So these are the design
So,
steps. Listen another 10 minutes.
If we see the steps, first what we can assume suitable grade of concrete. Means what grade of concrete is going to be considered, that we will assume. Okay, and we are assuming that the pressure is distributed uniformly. Okay, because of load, the pressure from the concrete is coming uniform. Okay, at the bottom of the plate. So, and also as per the assumptions of the grade of concrete, we can find out the bearing strength of the concrete. Bearing strength of the concrete will be 0.45 FCK. So if we assume the grade of concrete, then we can find out the
This is something that you need to remember. The bearing strength of the concrete is 0.45 FCK, where FCK is the characteristic strength of the concrete, which shall be given to you.
bearing strength of concrete. So from this, what we can do, in step 2, we can find out the area of the base plate. So area of the base plate, we can find out the total load E by 0.45 FCK.
अभी जो हमने कंप्रेशन मेंबर डिजाइन किया उसमें हम FCD एक शब्द यूज कर रहे थे ना, FCD डिजाइन characteristic strength or design compressive strength of steel. Now we are using the word FCK and this is 0.45. जैसे हम assume करते थे FCD is 120 or FCD is 90. So we are taking it as 0.45 FCK, right? So same formula, area is to be calculated, the total load which shall be given to you divided by the 0.45 FCK. And for general criteria, FCK generally we take it as 20 Newton per mm square, right? 20. That is M20. M20, that's a grade of concrete. If it is M25, we take it as 25. It is M15, we take it as 15. If it is M40, then we take it as 40, right? Generally, we design it for M20 or M25.
Because 0.45 FCK is the bearing strength and P is the total concentrated load on the column. So the base plate area we can find out from this. Okay, and remember this P is the factor axial load. So we have to multiply with factor and we have to find out the P value. Now after getting the required area, we can find out the size of the base plate. Size of the base plate means what will be the L and B. Either we can provide here a square base plate, right, or we can provide with certain length and breadth ratio. Okay, and for economy, as far as possible, we need to keep the projection A and B equal. Why? If we see, suppose this is a base plate. Now, if this is the column, then the projection A and B, if it is different, then the along the larger direction, along the larger projection, the maximum moment will occur. Right. So moment will be more along the larger projection. However, if we consider uh, projection equal, then what we can find out? Then projection will be little less we can make, and also as we know a square minus 0.3 b square, the moment the thickness when we are going to find out that there a term a square minus 0.3 b square. So if we try to keep a and b as much as equal, then it will become minimum. Okay, so to make economy, we will try to keep the projection length a and b as much as possible.
So what the professor is trying to convey is that for all practical purposes, we shall start with choosing a square base plate. That means L and B should be kept equal to start with, right? In that case, it will be having minimum moment developed and keep the value of A and B to the minimum.
Equal. Right. Then in step 4, what we can find out? We can find out the intensity of pressure W, actual intensity of pressure W, that is P by area of the base plate. Area of base plate. So this area of base plate is different from this because this is the required area and this we are going to provide, which will be little higher, and this we are providing with consideration certain length and breadth of base plate, right? So from that we can find out the intensity of pressure from the concrete pedestal. So after step 4 we can find out, that means in step 4 what we could say, we could find out the intensity of pressure on the basis of an assumed value of L and B. So L and B is determined. Now in step 5 we can find out the thickness, minimum thickness required. So minimum thickness will be found from the formula what we have derived earlier, that is 2.5 W square minus 0.3 B square.
Practically, it's a very simple process. You take this test, get the area, provide the area, work out the intensity, and accordingly, then you find the thickness as per the IS code, which is the formula written on the screen right now, 2.5 W within bracket A square minus 0.3 B square.
Into gamma m0 by F5, right? So minimum thickness required on the base plate can be found from this formula, which is given in clause 7.4.3.1 of IS 800 2007. So in clause 7.4.3.1, the minimum thickness of the base plate is found, and it has to be greater than thickness of the flange of the compression member. So the thickness of the base plate at least has to be greater than the thickness of flange of the compression member. That also we need to
This is written
check.
in the code. So if you look at the code, this is the formula, right? It has to be greater than TF. where TF is the flange thickness of the compression member. जो कॉलम ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है, उसके फ्लैंज की थिकनेस से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए.
Right. Then in step 6, what we can do, we can provide 2 to 4 nominal bolt for holding down the cleat angles. So what we can do, so the column is rested upon the base plate. Now we'll provide a cleat angle. In case of concentrated force, the nominal angle size will be provided, and to hold that we'll provide nominal number of bolts, that is 2 to 4 of 20 mm diameter bolt. Okay, and if we provide the weld, then in step 7 we can find out the weld length connecting to the base plate with the column. That weld length means we'll see, say for example, if the column is connected with the base plate, then we will find out what is the weld length available weld name and what will be required weld name. So from that we can find out the size of the weld.
If we are providing the welding connection, then we do not need to go for the bolts, right? So then we have to design the welded connection.
Then the weld and other things. Now one can find out the detail of the patient. Right. So in short, if we see what we could see here, that the load from the superstructure is coming to the soil through the substructure, which is made of base plate and the concrete pedestal. Right. Now, concrete pedestal will be decided, the dimension of the concrete pedestal will be decided on the basis of the soil bearing nature. Similarly, the length and breadth of the base plate will be decided on the basis of bearing strength of the concrete. So, what grade of concrete we are going to provide, depending on that, we will find out the length and breadth of base plate.
So this is all for today. Actually, whatever has been discussed today, so we shall try to apply and try to solve one example and designing the foundation of a steel column, right? So tomorrow we shall be applying all this is very simple. There are only 2 or 3 formulas, and that's how the process is very simple. So basic formula and basic design process explained today. So we shall do one numerical tomorrow, right? So I'll be sharing the slides of today's presentation converted into PDF on your WhatsApp group, and tomorrow we'll start and move a little ahead, right? So with this, we are closing the lecture, and if you have any questions as of now, you may ask. But I'm a little worried about the attendance actually. 30 odd students are absent today. Generally, we have more than 70 students present in the class, but today is 58. Anyhow, any questions from your side?
No, sir.
Okay, so we are closing this. So we'll continue, and tomorrow we'll have the class at 10:30, not 11. Thank you.